Hey guys! So I'm having one of those mental dialogue wars. You know how that goes? About the workout. I'm having the mental dialogue war about the workout. So here's things in my head right now. I'm really cold. I'm really cold right now. I do not feel like working out. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to get cold. I don't want to take my big, comfy, furry boot Uggs off. I smell good right now. I had my shower last night. I know that sounds so bad, but I have to shower again, and I don't feel like that today. I know I'm going to work out tomorrow. That's there. I'm going to, because I will check myself into Orange Theory and then won't be able to back out. I'm dehydrated, haven't been drinking enough water, so probably shouldn't sweat. Just do it. I will. That's why y'all are here, because I'm waging a war. And you know how you just really do something you don't want to do? Is you freaking hold yourself accountable and you like put it out there that you're gonna do it. And I'm enjoying working on my business today. I didn't really want to take a break and, you know, get out. So last year I put a gym down in my basement because all those reasons would keep me at home on cold winter days. And so now I have a gym in my basement. And literally, here's all the itty bitty teeny tiny steps it took for me to get down here, okay? First of all, yeah, I'm super comfy today. I don't want to get out of my shoes. I love these Uggs. But just in case I came alive down here, just in 5, 4, 3, 2, I will. Just in case I came alive, I brought my tennis shoes down with my socks. But here's the other side of that rebuttal. You can still work out with your Uggs on. You really can. So I'm not going to let the fact that these may not come off my feet keep me from working out today. And just in case my mindset were to shift once I get going, I have my tennis shoes with me, because I would talk myself out of not finishing my workout because I don't want to go back upstairs. That's how lazy I feel today. Okay, I'll tell you the other thing. Sometimes when you eat stuff you shouldn't eat, you like mentally jump off the wagon and then you're like, I already blew it. I don't want to get back on. So instead of letting that keep me from coming down here and working out, I brought the enemy with me just so I can stare at it. I want to show you what it is. Kids, don't go buying this. Don't even keep it in your cupboard. Do you know what I'm going to bring out? Can anyone guess? Something got me today. Something really got me today, and it's so delicious. I'm going to show you what it is. Don't do it. It's one of those things where you're like, oh, it's a health food, and then next thing you know, you're in 2 bags of it. These are so good. It's Icon Meals, but they have protein in them. But no, we know better, right? But this is awesome. They did taste delicious. But instead of shaming myself over them, I'm going to sit them right in front of me. And I may want more later, so I have to work for them. That's how that's gonna go. So, what's the other thing? Oh, a video. I needed to show up today. And so, if y'all are watching, then I definitely now have to get through this. Give me a thumbs up if I should get going and stop talking. I need some mental motivation here. Okay, so here's the other thing. Like, I'm not gonna make it that hard. I'm just not really feeling it that much today. So I am gonna do, this is what I do on oh, look at all the thumbs ups. Okay, I get the point. So this is what I'm gonna do today. I like to hit, when I feel this way, just each body part. Just get moving. So the first thing that I do is I just get movement because I don't feel like lifting nothing up right now. So I'm gonna take the kettlebell. If you wanna do a home gym, like you don't need much. But I just got this little kettlebell and I already did it because I was maybe not even gonna turn the video on if I couldn't get into it. So I'm just right here. Your knees are slightly bent. I did about 30 like this. Then I was over there and there's a fan there. And then 30 just above my head. So I got moving and that got some blood flow. And then I was like, you know, my shoes may come off today. So that was the first thing. And now I'm gonna take you through, just ran really fast into a wall. I need to hit every body part. That's awesome, Dr. Nally. So we're gonna do a couple Romanian deadlifts, stretch out the hamstrings, and then I'm going to do, my favorite Bulgarian lunges, and then a little bit of chest press, a little bit of shoulder, and that's it. So, oh shoot. I had a little bit of background music so you guys couldn't hear me huffing and puffing, and it just went off. Awkward. Okay. So I'm like getting my boots off. Can you see? Okay. So just a stretch below my knees. Can someone make some noise out there? I'm only going to do 10. Actually, feels good. Okay. I'm just going to do a little chest press. Then I'm going to go back to booty. My feet are starting to get warmed up. You see how quickly things can change? So to get in this is the most difficult part about this move is actually getting in it. So I put my feet back against the bench, take one big step out. I wish I had a band. And then just put one foot back right here, then come down and press through the heels. If you want to make it more challenging, you can put a weight in your hand. I really hope you can't hear my knees popping. 3 torn ACLs. It's awesome. Then I usually hold for 10 seconds. Right here, static hold. Say something. And then I drop the weight and do 10 more. One thing I think about when I do that is bringing this back knee back towards the bench, like as my plane of motion, and that'll keep your knee from going over your toe. So I'll do the other glute after I turn this off because I don't want to have like one glute bigger than the other. That'd be bad. So then, the only thing that really matters in my life anymore, visually, I just like glutes and shoulders. So I always do glutes and delts. Those are what I hit the hardest. I really like using these instead of dumbbells, because when people do flies with the dumbbells, they use a lot of their traps, and what we're doing is we're working on our delt. I see men are actually the worst. I see them get way too heavy of weight, and they're like going like that. That ain't working your delts, bro. It's working all your traps and your back. So if you actually want to do flies to work your delt, just like put your shoulders back, press down, and stabilize. And you want to think about getting your, not too much of a bend, and getting your arm just like straight out. So you're hitting right there in that cut, and you're not using your entire body. So it's easier to keep your hand on top and not cheat the movement when you're using dumbbells. And this is one you can grab lighter weight with. Maybe do like 20 reps for time's sake. I'm gonna end up doing 3 rounds of all this. The next round I'm gonna do 12, and the next round I'm gonna do 15. You're like, yeah, you are. I promise. I'm warm now. I'm starting to feel better already. You see how easily that works. So I forgot to tell you, I'm gonna do back. Did hamstrings with my Romanian. I did glutes with my Bulgarians. Did chest, did delts. And now a little bit of back. Just straight back, and right there, rear delts. So what I'm hoping is that popcorn, that glucose gets worked into the muscle bodies and utilized. And by the way, for those of you wondering, if you're first time watching and you've seen me do all these keto videos and with like Dr. Heather, Dr. Adam Nally, I eat carbs sometimes too. And so, and Dr. Nally, you can write on this because you do great at it. But if I have carbs and ketones in my system at the same time, what do you think is going to happen? Come on, Dr. Nally. Here's a softball. Which one will I burn first? Or will I store fat? Well, maybe I can't see it, or maybe it's delayed. But if you were to look at the Krebs cycle and the energy chain, your body will burn what's most readily available. And because, yep, Dr. Nally, wait, you will find a Bulgarian before you find a Romanian if you have carbs and ketones. Oh my gosh. So I'm glad you're letting me be the medical person and you be the jokester. I know you got a video on this, but Dr. Adam, we'll find a way. I'll post a video. Actually, I'll post you a new article below this video in the comments today that came out, and it's all about ketones and carbs and dual fuel. Y'all are gonna love it, and you can read up on that yourself, but you're gonna utilize the ketones because they're most readily available, and they're going to have a glucose sparing effect, which is huge, because if you haven't eaten all day like me, or you've been dieting and you're in a deficit, and let's say you're only giving yourself 90 carbs a day, don't you want a glucose sparing effect when you go into your weightlifting? Because most people who are in deficits and dieting or dialing in for competitions and competing, they're running out of gas in the tank. They're running out of the glycogen stores in their muscle bodies, because, I mean, if you're on a carb diet, if you're fueling off glucose, about 120 grams a day is what your brain actually needs. So if you're working out and you're cutting that and you're keeping your fats low, then ketones will be essential. And glycogen preserving when you're working out and trying to get, you know, your strength not to dwindle down, your focus in the gym to stay on point. So hopefully I just burned through about 4 of those little popcorn puffs. So I'm gonna go do 3 more rounds, increase my reps, get my boots back on, and back to work today. Thanks for joining in. We should do this again sometime soon when I don't feel like working out again.